You know how it is when you're trying to get off sugar and it feels like no matter what you do, it just has control over you? You're at work and someone brings in donuts and there is just no way that you can resist. You're thinking about something sweet when you're not even hungry. And when you try really hard to cut it out, it takes over your brain. And here's the thing. That is not a willpower problem. That is biology. And today I want to show you exactly why this keeps happening and give you a 3-day plan to finally change it without restricting your favorite foods, without feeling hungry, and without starting over on Monday. I'm Nikina Abdullah. I have a degree in molecular and cell biology from UC Berkeley, and I've helped over 1,700 women in their 60s and 70s get off of sugar without feeling tired or restricted. And stay with me until the end. I'm sharing a free gift with the exact spices I use every day to keep my blood sugar stable and my cravings quiet. You're gonna want this one. So here's the thing about sugar that most people don't realize. Sugar is a drug. When you eat sugar, you want more sugar. That's just what it does. It's gonna make you want more sugar. And so what happens is when you eat something sugary or something that breaks down quickly into sugar, your blood sugar spikes. And when your blood sugar spikes, your body releases insulin to bring it back down. And here's what insulin is doing. It's pulling that sugar out of your blood and storing it as fat. And then what happens is your blood sugar comes down, you feel tired, you feel foggy, and you start to feel hungry again, and you want to eat something more. And this is how it becomes very easy to keep reaching for the foods that are not helping us. Do you see this cycle that's happening? And now in midlife, this is happening even more than it was before. So before, maybe you could eat something sweet and you were fine. But now what happens is our bodies are more insulin resistant. And so any sugar we're eating is being stored as fat more quickly than it was before. And that's why you may be eating the same foods you always have, but they're affecting you differently now. And you're realizing that you're gaining more weight. And so the wrong thing to do is to tell yourself, I'm gonna eat less sugar. Because here's the thing, the moment your blood sugar crashes, the cravings come back and you're right back where you started. What actually works is adding the right foods that keep your blood sugar even. When your blood sugar is stable, the cravings just quiet on their own. You crowd them out. I used to be someone that where the only thing I could think about was chocolate, pastries, ice cream, and other sweet foods. All of those ideas would just take over my brain. And at some point, I had no more willpower left. But here's the thing. I started adding the right things: more protein, tasty veggies, healthy fats, and slimming carbs. And guess what happened? My sugar cravings actually disappeared. Now someone can bring over an entire tray of donuts in front of me, and I would just say, I'm fine, I'm good. And that's exactly what I want for you. I still love the taste of sugar. I'm not asking you to say goodbye to it. I want you to get to a place where you can choose it, where it doesn't call your name anymore. Now, I want to tell you about Cindy. Cindy was 63 when she came to me. She had been yo-yo dieting for 20 years, and she had this belief that if she wasn't suffering, she wasn't losing weight, that hunger was the signal, that she had to just get through the starvation. And what would happen is that she would restrict, she would suffer, and then she'd hit a wall, and the cycle would start again. For 20 years, in 9 weeks of adding the right things, no suffering, no starvation, Cindy lost 9 pounds and 6 inches overall, and she got off of sugar completely. Here's what Cindy told me. The blood sugar stability has settled everything down. I'm not waiting for the next meal. It feels like freedom from thinking about food all the time. Freedom from thinking about food all the time. That is what I want for you. And you get there by adding, not removing. And Cindy is not alone. I want to show you some of the women I've worked with who have had the same experience and transformed their bodies as a result of getting off sugar. These are real women in their 60s and 70s who got off of sugar without feeling tired or restricted by adding the right things, not by giving up the foods they love. Okay, so here is the 3-day plan. And I want you to know we're not removing anything. We're adding things because that is what actually works. You don't crave sugar and foods that are unhealthy when you start adding food that your body actually needs and that you like. Day 1, we stabilize your morning blood sugar. So here's what I want you to do tomorrow morning. I want you to start with 30 grams of protein at breakfast and have my protein war breakfast. You can have 2 eggs with a cup of egg whites, or you can have Greek yogurt with 2 eggs, or just Greek yogurt, cottage cheese. You can have a protein smoothie with berries. Whatever works for you, just try to add up the protein amount to get to 30 grams. And make sure you're getting that protein in first. Because here's what happens when you do that. You're gonna prevent the first blood sugar spike of the day. And no spike means no crash. No crash means no mid-morning cravings. You are changing the entire arc of your day just with that one breakfast. And you're gonna start storing less fat immediately. And I also want you to add a sprinkle of cinnamon, really just 1/8 of a teaspoon if you wanna measure it, into your morning coffee or tea. Cinnamon directly lowers your blood sugar response. And it's one of the most powerful natural tools for calming cravings. And it's amazing in taste because it's sweet. Now, day 2, we extend that stability to every meal. So on day 2, at every meal, lunch and dinner too, I want you to combine your protein with vegetables. For breakfast, you can have low sugar fruit like berries, tangerines, or a small apple. For lunch and dinner, I want you to have at least a cup of vegetables or half of your plate covered in vegetables. Now, the fiber in those vegetables slows your digestion and keeps your blood sugar even throughout the day. And also on day 2, 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in some water before your meals, especially before dinner. Apple cider vinegar, or ACV, significantly reduces the blood sugar response from your meal, which means less insulin release and less fat stored. Day 3, we add the anti-craving spices. On day 3, I want you to start adding turmeric, ginger, and day 3 is when most women start to notice the shift. Not dramatic, not sudden, just a quiet settling. The 3 p.m. craving is less insistent. The evening reach for something sweet is just less automatic. That is your blood sugar stabilizing. If this makes sense to you, if you're seeing why this has nothing to do with your willpower, please hit subscribe. I post content like this regularly for women in their 60s and 70s. Don't miss the next one. Now, your homework and your free gift. So here's your homework for day 1. Tomorrow morning, add 30 grams of protein at breakfast and a pinch of cinnamon, or 1/8 of a teaspoon if you want to measure, in your coffee or tea, because that's where the reset begins. If you don't drink coffee or tea, just have the cinnamon over your fruit or in your smoothie. And here is that free gift that I promised you. It's called the Sweet Spice Cheat Sheet. It's a guide to the exact anti-craving spice I use every single day to keep my blood sugar stable and my cravings quiet, including how to use them, when to use them, and what combinations work best. Click the link below to get it. It's in the description. Now, the freedom that Cindy described, freedom from thinking about food all the time, that is absolutely available to you. Not through willpower, but through stable blood sugar. And please subscribe. I post content like this regularly, and I don't want you to miss out on my next video. This is specifically for women in their 60s and 70s who are ready for real answers. You can do this. I'll be back soon.